I'm Marnie, and I've been obsessed with documentaries.
And I'm Chrissy. I haven't, but I'm giving it a go.
We watch so you don't have to. Or maybe you do, and just want a completely fact-free synopsis.
Expect spoilers and tangents.
Because we're not here to educate.
We trade accuracy for entertainment every time.
This is the Gist Project.
Okay, now recording.
Now we're really doing it.
Yeah, cooking with fire.
My concern here is that he's going to find a nice position.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to start snoring loudly. Our listeners will not be offended by this, but the bark collar will be.
Oh.
It will sense the vibrations and he'll get shocked.
Oh.
I know. Yeah. Like, I don't want to put that out into the universe, but it's a possibility. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take it off.
Yeah. We'll just have to deal with the bark.
To hell with it. Yeah.
He doesn't actually bark when he's sleeping.
Not when he's sleeping. I mean, he's annoying
frequently.
as fuck. But you know what, Mushu? What we're going to do is we're just going to put this as a faint reminder.
It will be on.
Yeah. The minute you fuck around,
yep,
that's back on you. So
yeah,
let it be on your head.
Exactly.
Don't
sound like too much of a mob boss.
Oh, yeah. I don't know where we would have had any of that inspiration.
Gosh, but before that, I want to know what you've been up to.
God, what have I been up to? Well, I had a nice chemical peel on my face, which when I do it, I also get a nice purge. So I go from being shiny and new to then old and zitty at the same time.
Fun.
So just like the worst of two worlds combined for like a day. But I mean, I'm grateful that I can do it. Let's see. Also, I'm trying a new hairstyle.
It's nice.
Thank you. And Nora approved.
Top bun.
That and a back bun.
Yeah. Yes.
Double
bun.
As I slowly but surely become and embrace my Scandinavian roots and my Viking self, Nora said it looked good, so I'm trying out the new hairstyle.
I think it's a great idea.
Yeah. What do you think about it being eligible for a work event?
Yes.
Yes?
Mm-hmm. I mean, an online picture only, no camera Zoom meeting.
Got it. Yes. So as long as I'm not visible.
You have a headshot instead of, yeah.
Okay.
That'd be totally fine to appropriate for that.
But not in person.
I think you could totally do it. I think you could totally do it.
But
I feel like you can pull stuff off like that.
Well, I'm honored.
Yeah.
And
I think you're
you.
a professional.
Thank you.
And I think if you wore
at stunt hair?
No. I think you are a professional at your job.
Okay.
And I can picture you wearing this into an event for your job, and all the other women are like, oh, this is a thing now. This is what we're going to see that we're doing.
I love that. I think, you know, even if that's entirely not true and everybody would look at that and say, wow.
I don't see you at your job, but that's how you are portrayed in my mind.
Okay.
You at your job.
I'm going to keep it.
The trend setter.
I'm going to keep it. We'll have the poll of maybe 5 people in my world who may or may not listen to the show, and they'll let us know.
Well, you always look really put together. You know, I know that. I feel that way.
Well,
when we do random things, I'm like, wish they look good.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. How about you?
Well, I've realized we got to do more things outside of our homes, but to the things I do in my home, I am embarking on listening to The Stand by Stephen King.
Oh,
again, I've listened to it. This is 47.
I was going to say, this is not a small endeavor.
No, but you know, I listened to it faster, so I think it's only going to take me 29 hours.
Can I actually tell everybody how you listen to everything at 2.0?
Not everything.
Well, that's right.
Remember, sometimes if it's a hard accent, I have to listen at 1.5 and then ramp it up.
Okay, you're right. But I mean, that is a skill. It is a total skill to be able to listen and retain, and also not look at that and think, I don't have time for that. I think that's a skill, and you look at that and go,
challenge accepted.
Yes.
The earbuds in, turn the family off.
Right.
Away we go.
So when did you start this?
Saturday.
Okay.
When I started Quilting. I mean, I didn't start quilting on Saturday. I've
No.
been quilting,
Yeah.
but I was working up in the craft room.
So you were like, I shall listen to death. Remind me what the stand is about.
End of the world. Super flu.
Perfect.
Yeah. Captain Trips, which is a
Super flu.
virus.
Why don't I know this?
Because you haven't listened to it recently.
You're right. Or ever.
47 hours. I've listened to it twice and I've read it once. One of my favorites.
So you to the stand is me to LuLaRich.
Yes. Visiting an old friend.
It sure is.
Yes.
Like you're going to listen to The Plague and End of the World
Yes.
quickly at a 2.0 speed.
While I'm making a gift for a beloved person.
Yes, they're always
Generally,
beautiful.
Yeah, making gifts and listening to Stephen King. It just happens like
End
that.
of the world.
Yes.
Zombie apocalypse.
I love it. I love it.
How far did you get?
Quite a ways. I made a dent.
What about so you now have a short commute. So for those of you just getting to know Moon, she used to have a 45-minute commute. 45, 50?
Yeah.
Thereabout. I mean, give or take with weather. And now it's like 10 minutes, 5 minutes.
Yeah. So, yeah, right around.
Do you even bother turning it on and getting the few words? Okay.
I listen to podcasts.
Okay.
I'm 19 hours left. 19.
You did make a dent.
Well, keep in mind, it's 47 regular hours, but if you speed that up, I mean, basically cut it in half. Just
3.5?
Yeah.
That's decent.
Yeah. So that's what I've been up to.
I love that.
Yeah.
Well,
also in my search for books, well, I wasn't searching for this. I knew I was going to listen.
Yep.
There are books out there on Lilith. I figured there would be. So I downloaded one from the library, which I will listen to next.
What is it called?
I'm looking up that.
Oh, that.
now
Yeah.
too. It is called Lilith.
How original. I'm surprised they got the copyrights.
It's 11 hours.
That's a Friday night for you.
Yeah, I'll tell you how it is.
I mean, truly, you get off at 5 or thereabouts. Go to bed at 10.
Bam.
Just ignore everybody.
Yep.
And learn in the process. I don't suppose it's written by Sarah or any of the people directly involved.
This is by a woman named Nikki Marmory. It'll be interesting.
Yeah.
It'll be good. Maybe.
Yeah. I went to the dentist before this, so my teeth feel pretty clean.
I bet.
Yeah, but I'm hungry as hell. So like if my breath, I know you can't smell anything, but I have this irrational fear that you're going to smell my GERD's breath.
No.
Okay. All right. Let me know if you start smelling it. Okay. So Moon, we are gathered here today to talk about
Bitconned.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is a documentary out there on Netflix.
Yep.
This is about Bitcoin. A con.
Yep.
Which I'll just tell you, this took place about 2017-ish.
You know it. You know it.
I took so many notes on this because I knew right away, bam, I don't understand Bitcoin.
Nobody does.
So then I'm just basically, I should have just printed a transcript. I just was like, what is happening?
Did you need to be reminded of all of the scams and like the downfall of Western society in one episode?
I'll just tell you, these are things that I would never participate in Bitcoin. I guess I shouldn't say never. I don't know about it enough at all.
Right.
And I feel like this doesn't seem real to me. Like money, but how?
Right.
I really don't get it. And go ahead and make fun of me for that. But
I'm not making fun of you. I'm laughing because I think 90% of the population feels the same as you.
And I try to understand because our current events kind of requires a little bit of knowledge about this.
Yeah, I feel like the minute Bitcoin and the blockchain and the this and the that, like then AI came in and nobody cares anymore.
No.
Because there was a ramp in the 2017 to about the 23 zone where cryptocurrency was a really big deal.
Yeah.
That's the extent of my knowledge. And then boom, AI was like all the rage. So You're just following trends.
we're still dealing in Bitcoin and crypto,
Yes.
or there's meme coins now. This makes even less sense to me.
What's a meme coin?
It's like our president has a meme coin. I don't know what it is.
I don't
but
either.
You buy it because you want it.
Oh,
Melania has one. These are like I don't know what it is. Is it a picture? Is
okay.
It worth
I wonder
something because you've bought this.
Yes, it is like an NFT token, non-fungible token NFT. I know that much. But you buy this like virtual space. Some people bought real estate in this virtual world.
Okay, hence the obsessive note taking.
Yeah. Okay.
On this, but it boils down to just a couple of things, and we'll get there.
What's funny is that counter to your obsessive note taking, I've never drawn more pictures in my life.
Well, let's talk about our first impressions.
Okay, I can't wait. I've been dying. I can't control my face because your reaction to this I've been looking forward to.
Well, it's just if we're just going on the block alone.
Yeah.
I just was like, this is a dude in a convertible with shades on.
Yep.
And palm trees in the back.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's called Bitconned, and it's written in neon 80s like.
Yeah.
And all I could think is Bitcoin and bros. Like,
nailed it.
Yeah.
I would add Miami Vice.
Yeah. Oh, that.
And Barbie dolls.
Yeah. Because it had an 80s.
It did.
Vibe.
Yes. Yes, for sure. What's interesting too, and yet again, and maybe we'll put it right here, is I sent you the link via text, and it came up with one picture of guy in convertible doing the Ken doll look.
Yeah.
Right? Miami Vice 80s. And then when I went on Netflix, it was Ken doll in a pool.
No.
I know.
Well, I think we'll
get to the bottom of it.
Yeah. I think Netflix has different titles.
I think so too. So I wrote down 80s themed Ken doll. And then right next to it, I drew a bottle for pills.
Yeah.
Which we'll get to.
I think we will. And I don't think this guy is Ken. I think he's his sleazy, scammy friend.
You know that Ken had, there was Derek. Yeah. Derek and the Rockers.
This isn't Derek.
I loved Derek.
There was other friends too. Wasn't there Alan or Barbie Allen?
Oh, I don't know.
His friend?
I don't know.
I think it was a 70s or 80s, but then reprised in the movie.
Okay.
Alan was the guy who wasn't Ken. Or did you watch the Barbie movie?
No.
Oh, it was quite cute.
I know everybody says that, and then I'll resist for 100,000 years, and then I'll fall in. Then I'll be like, fine, and then I'll watch it, and it will replace LuLaRich. Yeah. It's one of those, I'm sure.
Well, it's not that good, but it was different.
Not that good. How about? Wait, are you a huge what is that soccer show called?
I can stop you right now. No.
Okay.
I don't know.
Thank God.
Not even a clue what you're talking about.
It was the guy with the mustache. It's like,
oh, I am a huge Ted Lasso.
There it is.
Yes, Marnie.
God, I thought I had you too. I was like, no, finally, one of me.
No, I am waiting for season 5.
Okay.
They're coming out with season 5.
But Slow Horses we can agree on.
Absolutely.
Which, by the way, they started.
Yes, I have heard that too.
On the 24th.
I'm going to wait.
Yeah, me too. When we can binge it and like eat Little Debbie cakes. And maybe you'll take a break. Well, you'll already be done with The Stand by then, but
yeah.
Okay. So we're here to talk about Bitconned. I think this guy's hot. You think he looks like a sleazebag.
So far from hot.
What? I mean, come on.
Okay. This is a documentary exploring Centra and its founders, and that's all I could say about it. And I can say a lot about it, but a very brief synopsis. And Mr. Hotness, Ray Trapani, and I can see why you dig him, because he's had dreams of being a criminal.
Yeah.
Since he was a child.
He's a risk taker. You know what? I'm just going to profile myself as enjoying a good risk. And it seems like this guy really, he didn't even walk the line. He just catapulted himself into the future on that one.
Yeah, he
Went straight to criminal.
he admits to lying, cheating, scamming,
Stealing.
knowing nothing about crypto. I mean, this guy,
Yeah. Yeah.
he admits to it all.
Very few redeeming qualities other than the fact that he is good looking. You got to give him that.
I
No?
don't know. I
Okay.
don't know that I like the look, I guess.
Okay. Yeah. Agreed.
Sleazy.
Yeah. Like
Too slick.
kind of the one that you
Slick Rick.
you'd avoid kind of.
I would avoid him totally.
Yeah.
If he talked to me, I would.
Yeah. Watch your wallet.
Excuse me, young man.
Yes. Oh my God. I want to cut so bad to the quote about his baby. Can we just go there? Because I have to. It was the one time I paused this show. So I'm watching now. Spoiler alert that I've seen it maybe a couple times.
You have.
You know it. You know it.
Okay.
Because the topic is fascinating. It's just like the audacity of these people, right? I love audacious documentaries, I guess.
It's uncomfortable.
I know. And we're learning something about ourselves as we go. So toward the end of this show, he gets his now wife pregnant. And he said, and I had to pause it, where he said, well, when you finish in her, there's always a possibility. You kind of know there's a possibility.
Yep, I know. I didn't write it down, but
finish. I was like, are you serious? Like, that is, I mean, we weren't trying, but if you finish in her, I guess that's always kind of a possibility. And then it cuts to this woman. Now, whether this was a staged position, and we're not here to judge her, but holding an somewhat empty wine glass with a cigarette in her mouth.
Yeah.
You know, and visibly pregnant. So, you know, again,
true love.
True love. You're absolutely right. Okay.
Bob says that all the time.
Well,
you know, finishing in her.
Yeah, finish in her.
You're just, yeah.
Let's do this.
Wow.
Put a ring on it.
So sexy.
I know.
Yeah.
So, like, I paused it because I was like, surely he didn't. Surely that's not how he is referring to why he married her and why he has a child.
Yeah.
Just so if that's any degree of his character, I guess that sums it up right there.
It does.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. Good old Ray.
Yep.
There's, I didn't mean to skip over.
I probably skipped over whatever it was.
Well, okay. Bert is one of Ray's friends.
Bert wasn't in the show very long, was he?
No, because I'm going to skip to our events. In 2009, Ray and friend Andrew steal a prescription pad or get a prescription pad.
Remember back in the day?
And they are writing this out.
Yeah.
For Oxy.
Would you have even known to do that?
No.
In 2009?
No.
We both had 2-year-olds.
Yep.
So we were 100 years older than him already, but I wouldn't have thought to myself, I'm going to steal that.
No. I have access to prescription pads.
You sure do.
I would never think of this.
Right.
Not doing it. They were selling this Oxy, I think making about $5,000 a day. Then they got caught and Ray flips on
Andrew. Yeah.
Because Ray ratted on him and then Ray gets away with this.
And the irony also is that Ray has loyalty tattooed down his side, which Andrew brought up as, the ultimate hypocrisy, of course.
And I agree with Andrew.
I agree too. Yes.
So that was one friend. Bert, another friend who, Bert was the one who brought him to Miami.
I believe so.
And they started this exotic car rental deal. And this is what really bothered me so much and said a lot about Ray's character, above and beyond what his character already is. But he had borrowed, do you think it was $750,000 total? Or something like $500,000?
I thought it was 500.
Family.
Right.
But then I thought later his grandpa, Pop,
yeah,
gave him money because he took out a loan against his own house.
I thought that was in the
And maybe it
combination.
was.
I think the summary.
Taking big sums of money.
Yep.
At the end of the movie, he talks about, or the documentary, well, it's just a movie, I guess, but he talks about how he and Sorby were arguing.
Yes.
This is after they've made millions of dollars.
Mm-hmm.
And they're arguing because Ray wanted to pay his family members back. And I thought, why haven't you fucking done that already?
Well, right. I mean, out of shares and shares and shares that you've had. And also, I agree with Sorby. Sorby wasn't a part of I'm not condemning or I'm not suggesting that Sorby is without fault here.
Right.
However, he wasn't involved in Miami Exotics.
No.
So if I were Sorby, even though it would be like us quibbling over $20. I would kind of be like, but you took out the $20 loan with your family and I had nothing to do with it. Why should that come out of my pocket?
It'd be like us quibbling about $20 after we've made $1 million.
You're right. I would just give it to you.
I would have paid my family off first.
Well, yeah, of course.
We're talking about $20.
You're right. You're right. So in other words, it's like he's such a douchebag.
Probably going into the red. He's making me so upset. God, I can't stand this guy.
I love it.
So we talked about Sorby.
Yeah.
Ray never liked him. Knew
Right.
from high school. So that sounds like a great person to get into business with.
Well, and he said that he could put Sorby in a room and he could do all the work.
Yeah. So Sorby is like the idea guy?
And also probably the only reason there's any credibility. I'm guessing he found the developers who I loved them.
They were a light in the show.
I loved them. Now, I didn't catch where they were from. Eastern Europe.
Macedonia.
Okay. God, I loved them. They kept smoking cigarettes.
It is too. Martin and Philip. Yep, just put their names on there.
Martin and Philip.
Okay, they were fun.
I imagine that Sorby is the reason that there was any connectivity to trying to become legitimate in any possible way.
Yeah, but he was a total idiot too.
Yes, he was.
Then you have Robert Farkas.
try to say his name. What does that name remind you of?
Lord Farquaad?
Okay.
Okay. We're not talking Disney movies or Pixar. Or...
Well, I mean, this is a choose your own adventure, but okay, that's one.
What does it remind you of?
The Christmas Story. But Farkas.
Oh,
what's his first name? Something Farkas. Anyways, Scut. Scut Farkas.
Oh,
was the antagonist with the red hair and the fox cap who beat the shit out of Ralphie. Or Ralphie beat the shit out of him.
I was thinking of Christmas Carol for a second. With the ghosts of the past.
Yeah.
Future.
Well.
Couldn't remember a Farkas or Scarkus or Darkus.
But a Lord Farquaad.
For some reason, Robert didn't bother me as much as the others. Maybe
I think he was a little he was a little like, first of all, he served his time.
Yeah.
And I think he was kind of like, I bet he rolled a little bit like, yeah, I fucked up, but I'm not going to share the whole story. And it seemed like he had a little bit of a conscience.
A little bit. He was a former stripper. That's just a side note.
It is a side note.
These are not things they put on their qualifications. So
no, what they did put on their qualifications is that they went to Harvard.
Business school.
They made a fake CEO to legitimize. So here are the lengths that they went to legitimize themselves. They hired back-end developers to create fake prototypes. They totally copied an existing website, I think from Singapore.
Yes, it was like copy paste. I didn't put where it was from, but I did write the website on here.
Yeah.
10X.
10X. Yeah. So they took 10X and essentially said, oh, well, let's just take this and replace it with
like
Centra.
Control find.
Yes.
Honestly, and just replace.
Right. And I don't know what's sadder, the fact that they did this or the fact that it's just that easy to do this.
Both. But it's like, and then their LinkedIn profiles were everything was fake, but the email hooked him back to Miami Exotic. It's like, you figure out the simplest thing?
I mean, we were able to figure that
We set
out.
up an email legit for this podcast.
Yes, we did.
Okay,
and we are older than them. And I would imagine we have less time to think about that kind of stuff.
So
And we even knew that.
just doing it right. The real office and the real people they hired,
Yes.
but that was all fake.
Well, I don't know. I would be curious to speak to a former employee,
Well,
but no one was featured.
correct. But those employees thought they were doing a job.
Oh, for sure. Yes.
But there was never an end goal. I mean, like, I think, like you said, Sorby wanted to make it legit, but I don't think Ray ever had ideas
No.
to actually make a card.
I think he was waiting for Sorby to just sort that out.
Yeah.
And in the way in which they were doing it is they set up like the equivalent of a cyber GoFundMe.
Yeah. Well, every
Facts may be wrong here, folks, or like
words
may not all eloquently add up.
These are our thoughts.
Truth. But so they they got the idea, set up this shell company essentially.
Initial
and a vision.
offering, an ICO.
Right.
So 3 to 4 of these things that offerings were set up daily. Like, so if you're into this crypto and you're in the beginning level and you're like
Jacob,
here's a new ICO I'm going to watch or follow or investigate. So they like polish this turd and are giving it to people. And the idea was, which this is really smart in my mind, I don't know what crypto is.
Right.
But their idea was, here's your debit card that links to your Bitcoin or your crypto accounts, and you can watch the money go. You can use it like a debit card and it comes out. Well, that makes a little bit more sense to a person who has no clue what this is. Because
right.
What is the value of the thing? If you can't, what can you get with this? Illegal drugs? Well, what I mean, like,
yeah.
How do you legitimately use cryptocurrency?
Until then, and I still don't know, but
let us know.
Keep us honest here. My understanding is it was really hard to access, and it might still be. So people made money on file, I guess, but how to pull it, withdraw it, or even, I'd be curious, how do you even start? Where do you take your actual dollars in a bank or cash and put so that it becomes a digital thing that attaches to these ICOs?
Great question.
/ question mark, whatever those are.
Yeah. So I think this is a good plan. Not their plan.
Right.
But I think it would be a decent investment.
Well, as demonstrated by the companies who were trying to do it, but through MIT engineers and people who knew what they were doing.
PhDs.
PhD educated human beings were trying to crack this code, and Centra leapfrogged. And, the way in which they did it was kind of by accident.
Yeah.
Because Cliff _High,
the guru.
Right. Accidentally mentioned Centra in one of his bot articles.
But he did mean a different company, didn't he?
Yes,
he that out at the
he meant someone else. But everybody who watches Cliff High, let's think about something we're interested in. If I'm interested in, I don't know, women's health, I'm going to look to this one oracle of a human who has all the answers. Well, apparently this Cliff High, we probably should have done a little bit more research on who Cliff High is, but that takes the joy out of this, doesn't it?
It does.
Because then we know a thing or two.
He's an old dude who has a podcast and he promotes this. And people look to him and they call him the guru.
I think he's kind of smart. I think he does know these things.
But I don't understand. Again, Cliff, we're old, you're old, but you say gold, silver, and crypto is the currency of the future.
So do infomercials.
I just let's take the oldest thing, gold. I've never whatever. I don't have bars of gold.
I don't either.
But in crypto. Okay. Right. Yeah. How am I accessing my digital bank when the apocalypse hits? The electricity's gone.
I hope that Cliff High actually gets back to us.
Yes.
I would actually entertain.
Change my mind.
I would like a panel with Cliff High, Eric Baskin, and Know Nothing's Us.
Yeah.
And let's get to the bottom of it. Like, what does this actually mean?
Explain it to us.
Maybe he would have a way to explain like what crypto is.
Maybe he does.
Well, here's why I like Cliff High. Because he calls himself out and basically said, holy shit, I fucked up.
I love that.
My fuck up.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I don't dislike Cliff High.
Right.
I just think I don't see it. Like, and also he had Sorby on.
Only after he called out his fuck up.
Yeah, I know.
To
I've
say,
never gone on that podcast.
no.
And like, isn't it the first thing he says is like, this is not a scam.
This is not a scam.
This is 100% not a scam.
Yep. And I think Cliff High was like, well, I didn't ask you that. Or so there was some sort of like pause on his end. Like,
that was a dumb thing to say.
It's the beginning of the dumb pile.
And yeah. And Sorby's Ray is the slick Rick of this all.
Yeah.
Just so schemy. And poor Sorby is like the front man who has to take all the hits from all the people. Like,
yeah.
Meanwhile,
he's actually trying to put it together.
Yes.
Like, I think he was actually trying. So if we were to compare this to like Firefest,
which I haven't seen.
Oh, I can't wait to do that episode. You know, I love that one too. So I see Ray Trapani as the head guy. Oh, now why is his name going to escape me? Anyways, he's the head of Firefest. And I see Sorby as like all of the people who were like doing their level best to actually try to do the thing. But we're probably, I guess Sorby is a little bit more in the middle where he knew this thing was destined, like that he knew it was fake.
Yeah.
He knew it was fake, but he was trying to make it not fake.
Yeah, I
like
think he was
and
trying.
that's a little bit of Silicon Valley and the whole startup mentality that like you set the vision and then you make it so. I mean, there's shit tons of examples of this out in the world, but usually not by someone so overtly sleazy like Ray Trapani.
I don't know. I felt bad. I felt bad for Jacob. He was or investor.
He also had the most amount of plants.
I noticed that, and he had a dog.
He did.
So he's a nice guy.
And he also had a handgun.
Military.
Yep, former military.
Yep.
And he said that he understood what it was like to be like a Ray Trapani because he said he was before he joined the military. Oh. Then that must have just shook the shit out of him, and now he's shitless and clean.
Yeah.
Yeah, poor Jacob. I felt for that guy. And you never know. I've heard of people putting quite a bit into cyber money and
don't you think
Bitcoin.
Yeah. I mean, like, if you really think like I am on the ground level of something that's about to take off, and like go back and be like, well, I wish I would have bought stock in Apple,
right?
Coca-Cola, and this could be that.
Of course,
I think that is the allure of I could make it big.
100%. But then you like open the shirt of the guy and he's got like 12 gold chains.
And a cross. Yeah.
2 crosses.
Yeah.
One just isn't enough.
And can't you tell by the cut of the suit that he's a sleaze? The tailor was doing a good job.
I was going to say, I don't know. Like
it was everything. Maybe it was his hair.
I think it's the hair.
The way he spoke.
Yeah. I think everything just adds up to avoid. Avoid.
How much are we vaping?
So it's funny that you say that.
Film was vape.
I know. I had smoke and then I thought, God, what do these things look like? So then they had one on the table and it was gigantic. It was like the size of a hand and it had a light.
I also noticed that.
Like circulating, like,
oh my.
You know, and I'm sure as you're sucking, it's circulating as if it wasn't a circus enough.
Yeah. Like the entire show was 80s font, these stupid words, Fugazi,
I wrote that too.
FUD.
Foo-foo.
I mean, like,
I
love it.
as this was going on, I thought of your face. I thought of your face, and I loved every moment of my own inner thought of what was going on with your face.
It really got me. Really did.
FUD, I don't think is what was necessarily just specific to this podcast or to this documentary.
No, because you can't spread FUD.
Fear, uncertainty, doubt. It's I think that's kind of like one of those words that just gets used in the biz.
Yes, well, that's
we got to hear it, but yeah, I wrote down vape pens, and then I drew smoke, and then I also drew that monstrosity that was sucked. I also noticed a lot of booze bottles.
Yeah. Well, Ray had a problem.
Yep.
And we better introduce Nathaniel Popper, New York Times reporter.
Yeah. He's left-handed.
Yes. And he is actually like knowledgeable about cryptocurrency.
Yes.
He's been investigating this for a while.
Well, what's interesting is when he started, and he came in early. So I love how we just skipped over him because he's legitimate and a normal human being, and we just got right to the scum. But Nathaniel Popper works for New York Times, is left-handed, and what he said was, I was investigating crypto, but everybody kind of thought that it was, I'm paraphrasing here, but a fart in the wind, like that it wasn't a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like just give it enough time before everybody comes to their senses, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
So he was on the forefront, and also if we were to go to the way beginning. I also love that Jordan Belfort was on. Did you notice that?
No. Who's that?
The Wolf of Wall Street.
Oh.
Also, I mean, King of Scum.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't
so
put that together.
He was predicting. He was talking about Bitcoins, the currency, and the ability to make fast money. And so, like, I found the parallel to including Jordan Belfort telling of how sleazy. Okay, we're just gonna go ahead and make ourselves uncomfortable. Moosh.
So when he's investigating, he notices this website is off.
Yeah.
And then I could be an investigative reporter, I guess, if you're like, hey, Visa, are these guys with you? I mean, it's like, these guys were such idiots.
Yeah.
Let's slap a Visa and a Bancorp logo on and nobody's going to know.
Right. Well,
but they
got away with it. But
to me, it just boggles my mind that was, and then they just made excuses for that.
Yeah.
Same with like my one of my favorites was when Mike Edwards, their CEO. Everybody's like, "Where's Mike? What's like, show him. We got to do." And then he died.
They kill him.
And then they put like an emoji, an R.I.P. with it.
I drew that also. I drew the gravestone where it said R.I.P. and then like a tear face or something.
On their Slack feed.
Yeah.
It's just like, you guys, no, this is like, if you're an author, not that we've written any book
yet,
but I've read 2 chapters in how to write a book, but I'm imagining this is not part of the plot. Like, this would be the dumbest book I've ever read.
Yeah, well, it was
Mike, R.I.P. He died. Like, I don't think
back to Oregon Trail. Just died with the oxen.
And then you find out they just Googled old white guy and took a photo of this really nice Canadian professor. That was never Mike.
It was never Mike. And so if we go to the beginnings of this, Ray starts a company with Bert. Ray borrows money from practically everybody he knows to start this Miami Exotics, where they have these fancy cars. And I'm guessing Bert is probably not an angel either, because they were making $60,000 a month and spending more than like $60,000 a month. Yeah. So they had all these fancy cars, so they could go around and they could buy their suits. They could look cool.
Yeah.
And I think that they got greedy, and or somehow, I don't know where the bifurcation from Miami Exotics to then this Sentra, but that's when Sorby comes in, and attention is diverted. Ray ditches Bert. In fact, I think he kind of like ditches them all together as a friend because Bert was basically like, Ray is a piece of shit. In fact, I wrote that. I said it. I wrote. Okay, I'm just going to give myself a moment. Yep, I said that. Ray's a piece of shit. And so he then like goes in with Sorby.
Yeah.
And like you mentioned, Farkas. And they start, quote, printing money because poor Cliff High accidentally named Centra and this tiny little thing because they weren't making that much money in this deal.
They hadn't. Not when they went live until the Cliff High.
And
it was millions of dollars.
Then they were doing things like calling Floyd Mayweather to back this and DJ Khaled, like, hey man, will you do this video? And the question begs, Floyd Mayweather and DJ Khaled did a video.
Yeah.
And we know that at that point, it was not operable. So are they complicit?
Well,
to what levels?
I think they probably told them, hey, this isn't working yet, but this is where we're going with it. Right around the corner, come December, we're going to have this out.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe.
I probably would have done it
to defend.
I'd be like, yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah. $200,000 and $800,000 in your Bitcoin sounds great.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't. I mean, who does that, Floyd?
I know. Well,
should ask somebody. Doesn't he have a financial advisor?
Well, you'd think. I mean, especially when I think Ray was so brazen as to say that Floyd was dumb.
Yeah, he did say that.
So he basically said that the people who signed up to do this were dumb.
Yeah.
So
he supported your company, Ray.
Yeah, like
scam.
They actually helped get you where you are.
Yeah.
And you still have the audacity to call them dumb.
Ray, I think it was before the crypto thing, he take his last $100,000?
This is where I feel bad for Ray, if I'm honest. Okay. Yeah. I mean,
I'm sorry. Did he give it all to charity?
No.
What did he do with that?
He went to the casino and played Baccarat.
I had to Google that.
I didn't know what it was. I just figured it had something to do with the chips.
No, I think it's like cards, and you get. This is so stupid.
So you did Google it.
I did, and you get. You can correct us. You get 2 cards, and the closest to 9 wins.
That sounds like a card.
And
game for dummies.
If your total is 15, then it's the last number, so it's 5. The 5.
Oh,
I mean,
so you want to be not
$100,000.
Yeah. Okay. I guess where my head went in the benefit of the doubt category is that he was very, very depressed, and probably with all of the things he was consuming, booze, pills.
I think it was Xanax.
Like he was a medicated, like toxic individual on the verge. Didn't he say he was suicidal?
Yes. In fact, I believe he tried to commit suicide at that time.
So I felt, okay, well, my empathy.
We can feel empathy and sadness towards the suicidal thoughts and actions. But I'm just like, a lot of this seems like it could have been preventable.
Yeah, agreed.
Suicide is mental. We're not getting into that.
No, I totally agree. And, the sad thing is I would walk around with like a pain in my heart knowing that I could be paying my family back to your original point.
Yes.
Right.
Like the money they made off of this scam.
Yeah.
And they're fighting at the end of this about Ray needs to pay his money back to his friends and family.
Right.
And I just thought, this says it all. This says it all about who you are, dude.
Yeah, I agree. So they set up this company, and they are almost legitimate in the sense that there was Bissett in South Korea who reached out to them saying, hey, we'd like to go in on this, and sent him $5 million.
Yeah. Let's send Sorby to you.
Yes. So then Sorby goes to South Korea. And this is where, I mean, you gotta hand it to Ray. He's like, I'm not going to a different country to do something illegal.
No.
And I'm curious though, is it truly illegal if you go and you are a snake oil salesperson like
I don't
Sorby?
think I don't know.
I mean, I don't know the legalities. I mean, I certainly wouldn't want to.
If you're the investor and it clearly didn't work,
And they still
and they
gave him the money.
so there is some like
Make it work. Make it work, Sorby. Like, okay, so it didn't work. So you're working out the kinks, right? Wink, wink, wink. Maybe
right,
they thought they had the corner on the market
totally could have.
and the secret sauce.
Maybe
Maybe Sorby was that good of a salesperson
that's funny.
because maybe, and here's where we have to give it to Sorby, as the guy who did have any ounce of credibility, he's probably the one who could speak to the technicalities better than anyone else. Whereas if Ray or Farkas went over there, they'd be like, oh,
Well,
we see right through that.
we're hearing Ray was stoned or high
Right.
this entire time. He had been to rehab 13 times, I think.
That's what he mentioned. And I certainly wrote that down. Yeah, 13 times, which is pretty rough. That was around the time where he was also talking about how he got clean and is having a baby.
Yep.
Um,
Because the SEC comes in, investigates these guys.
after the New York Times article or
Yep.
before?
No, this was after.
Okay.
I think this was the first big fraud in cryptocurrency. This was the first big case.
The pinnacle.
Jacob leads a class action suit against them. I think they said Ray was facing 11 felony.
240 years.
Yeah. And so let's just talk about how many years did Sorby get?
8.
And Farkas
1.
and Ray.
0.
Time served.
Yes.
Because
He had an ankle bracelet on.
he cooperated fully.
Mm-hmm.
And the judge had said, sentenced to time served as to not interrupt the path he's on.
What I find interesting, though, is that they never found his money. How is that cooperating fully?
And I agree with you. And they allude to that at the end.
Very end.
Bought a house 2 months after this.
Yeah.
And then he opened up a loan place.
Oh,
Cambridge and Brown.
Cambridge and Brown with a 50% interest on
rate.
loans.
So this guy
Yeah.
is not redeemable.
No. Yeah. I mean, that is as predatory as you can get.
It is. It just made me
For people in need. In other words, people who can't afford to get a loan through any other means.
Yes. And I thought that I don't know. I thought that the US government actually did find these kinds of companies back, like shut them down or fine them or something. So they cannot do this practice anymore.
I think so. And also, I mean, going back to the fire fraud, the Firefest was the beginning of paid advertisement, where if a celebrity endorses a thing, they have to disclose. And I think that dates back to Firefest.
They brought that up here.
Yes. Firefest was before this, and this was, I would imagine, on the heels of that sort of thing. So Floyd Mayweather, DJ Khaled had to pay in, I think, or I mean, and if I were them, I'd be like, I got paid in fake shit too.
Yeah.
Like, I would imagine. So what we didn't really get into was how this actually can financially impact people, because it feels like we're playing with just funny money, right? But there is actual hard dollars that people like Jacob put into this magic box and see it inflate or deflate. And I think there's another documentary, I'm going to forget the name of it, of course, because I don't remember anything, but there's a similar scam by a female and male couple who essentially do the same thing, where they steal everybody's money through cryptocurrency. And these people, it's like like you said, you think you're investing in the latest and greatest thing, and then all of your hard-earned money goes away. And that's what this Bitconned does maybe a poor job of articulating, is how people were impacted financially. Meanwhile, Ray gets time served.
A wife and child, not that he doesn't deserve that, but
Right.
yeah, and then that's that.
Here comes the big medicinal
Ugh.
jug. We know that I use this to track my water intake, which
Yeah, I'm helping you.
yeah, you sure are.
And they were they were fined
I think so.
$2.9 million to the victims,
Which is nothing.
and they never paid it.
Oh, they
As of
didn't?
2023, they were still not paid. And he bought a house, so how can you do that?
I don't know. This is where like the insane amount of wealth, like when you have that much wealth,
Yeah.
how much can you thread the needle in terms of the law? I don't know.
I don't either.
So, okay. What I wrote down patina of credibility. I don't remember what it was about, but I loved that quote. And that was from our friend Jonathan Popper.
Yeah, well, maybe.
Nathaniel Popper.
Yeah.
Who's Jonathan? John Popper is Blues Brothers.
Traveler.
Yep.
Yeah. Lead singer of.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I did note that Ray had a dead alligator hanging on his wall. Did you notice that?
No.
Of course he would have a large stuffed reptile on his wall. Now, whether or not that's actually his wall versus like a prop wall, we don't know. It was an interesting place. Also, as Nathaniel was getting ready to go live with his article, he made popcorn. Did you notice that?
Oh,
it was a bag.
Oh yeah,
Hispanic.
I did. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know if that was like some sort of visual to the expansion of the story, or
I don't know what they were kind of thinking with these visuals.
Well,
these puffs of smoke, and I've already said it, and the 80s stuff.
Yeah.
And then the tailor.
I know.
Like he's sharing all these secrets with the tailor.
Well, he already shared them with the FBI. So it's kind of like he essentially said, I know that I am the worst.
Mm-hmm.
You can't take that away from me. I just am what I am.
Yeah.
And maybe that's what I ultimately, in some ways, just respect about the guy, is like, I guess he's got nothing to lose. He's just going to lay it all out there. But so when you think back to this, what would you say would be our public service announcement?
I think Ray said it best.
Yeah?
If I'm getting arrested, I want to make sure I'm high. Like, that's a good idea.
Okay, so, I mean, if shit's going down,
give me the drugs.
Get drunk.
Yeah. God.
I wouldn't even know what to take.
No, I mean, it sounds like he was doing a lot of pill things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, would we even in our wildest dreams be able to get a hold of some mushrooms or something?
No, and I don't think I would.
I don't think I would either.
Be seeing trails or whatever.
Yeah, I don't think when anything would go down that getting like absolving myself of reality would work. I think that would actually make it worse.
It would definitely heighten it.
Right?
I'd probably call the authorities.
On myself. Yes, like if that happened.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're right. So the public service announcement is when shit's going down, take the drugs or not.
Or not.
Depending on who you are.
Yeah.
I agree. That's a good one. It's a good way to tie this off.
Yeah.
Moon, you ready for my suggestion for our next documentary?
Yeah, what are we thinking?
Firefest.
Oh, I think it's time.
I think so too. Especially in light of this, we're just going to keep you on that emotional roller coaster.
Yeah.
Just peaked at the top.
Perfect.
I know it's maybe not your favorite, but I really love watching you get worked up.
Well, this mission accomplished.
I know. What a great joy. Well,
who knew?
It's a pleasure. So we'll do that one next.
Okay.
All right.
Great.
Talk to you later.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.
Well, there you have it. You may have picked up on a fact or two.
Or just convinced yourself you did.
Either way, that's the Just Project. Never educational, but always entertaining.